Hi guys, this is my first makeup tutorial, my first video ever. So I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I'm excited. So I'm gonna do today's look. I don't really know what to call it. Maybe just like I guess a date night look. Mikey and I are going on a double date with one of his friends, so yeah, I guess I'm just gonna attempt to do a date night look. So I've already sprayed the tea tree water on my face and the Mario Badescu rose water. So I already put that on my face. And now I'm going to go ahead and put Rose Hip Hydrating Body Oil, which also doubles, I guess, as a facial oil. My skin gets really dry here in Germany. So just a couple of dots. I use the Magical Moringa Facial Moisturizer by Lush, which also doubles as a primer. And it has a really thick consistency. You kind of have to scrape it off with your finger and rub it between your fingers, and it gets more like a cream-like. And I put this one around the parts of my face that tend to get the most oily throughout the day. And then to set everything all together, I'm going to use a Smashbox Photo Finish Water Primer. I'm gonna just spray it all over my face. And we just kind of, I guess, let this sit into our face. And then you start with your foundation. Okay, so I used to use the Neutrogena Skin Clearing foundation because it's really lightweight. It blends to your skin really nicely, but I did get a lot paler here in Germany, so I can no longer use this one or find it anywhere around here. So I did make the switch to the Revlon Airbrush Effect Photo Ready foundation in the shade Nude. And it is a lot thicker than I like. I really kind of don't like my foundations to be really thick. I do like the more light to medium coverage. So I don't use as much as I normally would. I just put it on my hand and take the Real Techniques buffing brush. And I don't really blend it. I just kind of place it wherever I'm going to use it. Kind of just all around my face. And then I am going to take my beauty blender. It's a little damp, but I always go ahead and just spray the rose water just straight on the beauty blender. I put a little bit more in my hand, kind of pick it up with my beauty blender and put it on the areas where I feel like I need it most. My skin used to be really oily, and out of nowhere, I think it did have to do with the move here. It is a lot colder here. The air is a lot crisper. My skin just started getting really dry, really cracked, and it wasn't looking good at all. It didn't even feel good, it just felt really tight. So now that I have it in, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in L9 Neutral. It's kind of funny, I don't like full coverage foundations, but I love full coverage concealers. I don't highlight my forehead a whole ton, simply and only because it is really large. Just some on my chin, my cupid's bow, and then little blemishes I have here and there. So what I went ahead and did was just buff out where I put the concealer with my Real Techniques buffing brush. And I kind of went ahead and did it under my eyes because sometimes it tends to set really fast and leave kind of the marks where you put it at. Go ahead and take once again the beauty blender, and instead of putting the rose water on the beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my face. And then right after I'm done with that, I just go ahead and take my beauty blender and I use to bake the Airspun translucent powder and go ahead and just take some, put it in all the areas that I pretty much concealed. And I use it around my laugh lines because I have intense laugh lines. And this helps kind of the foundation to not crease as much as it would. I do not put any under my contour. I find that it accentuates the largeness of my bottom half of my face, like my chin area, and make my face look more, I guess, heart-shaped as opposed to like rectangle squarish. And as I, bake, I go ahead and just fill in my eyebrows. And I've been using the Precisely My Brow Pencil in the number 4 by Benefit. I really like how thin it is. And just comb them out first before I start stenciling them in. So naturally, I have really thin eyebrows. Like I don't even have to pluck them a lot from here. They're naturally really thin. My hair is really thin. So when I fill them in, I don't like to fill them in too thick either. What did I drink? Because then it looks a lot more unnatural, and it just looks like I have like big fake black eyebrows. So it'll look kind of messy, but I always go ahead and clean them up with a tad bit of concealer. I'm going to go ahead and use the same Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, and I have these called Royal and Lange Nickel brand brushes, and I use the smudge side of it just because it's really precise. And I just take a little bit of this like that, and just kind of carve out a little shape right here. And then just kind of with the same, however much I have on here, I just go ahead and use it on the top. And I go ahead again with the Beauty Blender and just kind of pull it out. After I have them concealed and everything, I go ahead and take my Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. It has kind of like little, I don't know if you can see, little cat-like hair fibers on there. And they like cling on. Kind of gives the illusion you have a little bit more hair than you do, which is exactly what I need. I always struggle with this eyebrow a lot more than this one. This one has like less hair and the hair's like pointing down. And take the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy in Clearly Silk number 5. And I use a Real Techniques Kabuki brush. And I use very little of it, but it kind of like blurs everything, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna put some on my neck, so I'm not two different colors. It's a powder, kind of like a mineral powder, but it has a really like creamy feel to it. I'm going to prime my eyes. I used to use the Urban Decay primer potion, but I found that it still kind of creased after a couple of hours, which is exactly what I didn't want. And then my sister put me on the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, and I know you might not think it's really good because it's Wet n Wild. It cost me $3, but this is like glue. Like I've literally had all day events where I had a lot of makeup, like glitter on my eye and stuff, and running around, my eyeshadow stayed put all night. Like it was amazing. So I do take very little of it, and I pat it in. You can't really I guess brush it out or anything like that because this literally sets so fast, and like I said, it's like glue. After I have that on, I take my Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, and I take the color Bloodwind and this big fat elf brush, and I kind of set the primer in, just kind of pat it in all around the eye. And I've been really thinking about what kind of makeup I wanted to do because it's like a castle, right? His friend said he was gonna dress up, so I'm assuming it's like kind of fancy. Now, I feel like I'm probably gonna dress more casual, but I kind of just want to have my makeup and hair done, so I don't look like too not dressed up. If that makes any sense. I'm going to go ahead and take the same palette, Kat Von D Shade and Light one. And these first two colors, Latinus and Citrary, I'm going to take that same brush that I used earlier with the smudge end, and I'm going to use the crease brush, and kind of mix those two colors together and kind of just form a crease with it. Kind of just do the crease already. I still haven't really decided exactly what I want to do with my eyes. yeah, so I'm gonna take this really small brush that I have, and I got it like more than 5 years ago, so I cannot tell you where I got it from or who it's by or anything like that. But I am going to take this much deeper brown over here. As you can see, I love this palette. The color Solas, and it's like a really deep chocolate brown. I'm just gonna put a little bit on because her pigments are really strong. And I'm just gonna kind of put it like in the deeper crease. And then I am going to take this e.l.f. Blending eye brush, and I'm gonna just hover it over that chocolate brown to just blend it better. And when I blend, I do like to do more circular motions around the eye because sometimes if you just do that straight back and forth, you tend to just create that line. It's just still a line. So I do like to just kind of circle it out. I'm going to once again take that same brush I started with that I did the first crease. I'm going to go ahead and take just that first light brown color again and just go over everything and make sure to smooth out any of those lines that smudge out the crease. Now I'm going to take this kind of, it's like a flatter, fluffy brush, and it kind of has that like oval shape on top. And I'm going to take that same color we started with, that we did the base for our entire eye, and just pat it in the center of my eye. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Beauty with an Edge palette. I'm going to take the first color, Sin, and I'm going to take that same smaller brush, just cleaned off, in the center of my eye, like where I had put that original white color. I will be taking the Urban Decay Face Cowboy. It's like that line of like just really shimmery colors that they have, and it has a really creamy texture to it. But I will be using a brush first, that same Royal Madge Nickel, the MD eye shader. It's like kind of like this one, just fatter. And I'm gonna put it right on top of where I put that first, the color. Now I'm going to take my finger, just do the same thing, just with my finger. Okay, and now for my eyeliner, I do use the e.l.f. cream liner. It has kind of like that waterproof effect. It's, like I said again, super cheap, it's e.l.f., but it kind of just sticks. Just really good. It does get kind of like cakey, like chalky after a while. So all I do is take my Merary spray, give it a couple of sprays, and it has that creamy texture again. I'm going to take this old brush that I got at Forever 21.
You're running out of time.
I am going to do the bottom, shadow the bottom. Lime Crime Venus palette. I'm going to take the color Creation. Now we're going to get started on the eyelashes. Let's take my eyelash curler. And now I'm just going to take my mascara. It's called Outrageous Curl. It's Sephora brand. I will be using the Kiss Flirty Lashes. They have kind of like that 3D effect. You guys see how it's like layered and the edges are tapered off. So I really like how that like looks. You can tell they're fake lashes, but they don't look like cheap fake lashes. And the lash adhesive I do use is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe in the color black. Okay, so I actually popped on the eyelashes off camera. Now I take the same mascara I was using and I will be putting it on my bottom lashes. And this is the worst part because 9 out of 10 times I always end up getting mascara on like my skin, and it's just, it's like a struggle every time. And now we are going to get ready to contour. We use my Real Techniques contour brush, and I am going to use the Shade and Light contour palette. I am going to take the darkest shade called Somber, and I literally am just gonna dab it like that. And then in circular motions, I'm going to carve out where you can kind of see a shadow. And that's where exactly where I'm going to put it, starting from back here. And then I'm going to take the middle shade in, it's called Shadow Play. Dab a little bit more again. I'm going to put it right under my lip, give it that like plump effect. And with that same shade, I'm going to just go over under my pocket. And then in the lightest shade, called Subconscious, dab a little bit on the very tip of it. And I know it's a very like big brush for a nose contour, but I don't really like to excessively contour my nose. I just kind of do the lines on the sides. I'm gonna shadow it like so. Now I'll be taking my e.l.f. blending brush. It's kind of like an extremely fat fan brush. And I do use the MAC Studio Fix powder in MC42. It is a slight darker than my normal shade. So during the summer, this is my face powder that I use to set in my makeup. During the winter months, and especially right now here, even though it's spring, I still haven't tanned at all of it. I get no sun here. So I use it kind of to blend out my contour. And I kind of just hold it up like this. I'm using it like this. And bringing it out towards the jaw. I do like to shadow this part because, like I said, I don't really like to accentuate how large my chin is. To set my highlight, I do use the NYX Born to Go Liquid Illuminator in the shade Gleam. It is the darker, more rosier shade. So I'm just going to take the product directly from the thing, put a few little dots. Take my beauty blender, just go ahead and blend the product in. I have recently been getting into the Urban Decay Naked Illuminators. They are very powdery, very loose powdery, but I really like the shade. Like I said, it looks like a blush. It's actually a highlight. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on top of exactly where I put the liquid highlight. I used to use the NARS Orgasm blush. I really loved it, but I did find it getting kind of pricey to just kind of, because I do wear a lot of blush, and you know, even for my everyday look, I wear a lot of blush. I found it just kind of expensive to keep up with the NARS, so I did find its perfect dupe, the Milani Rose de Oro Baked Powder Brush, and it has the same effect that it's like that, you know, darker shade of pink with that like gold shimmer behind it. It has like almost the exact similar effect. I do find the NARS one was a lot easier to blend out, but and my cheeks, I don't have really defined cheeks, so I gotta make them. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take that, again, blending brush and blend it back up. You don't want to look like Neapolitan ice cream. You kind of have to just blend them together. Any highlight might have gone on anywhere else. And I'm going to take the lightest color called Aura from the Venus palette. That like highlight the inner tear duct of my eye, my brow bone. Now, since we did put a lot more product on after we did our eyebrows, I do like to take the Ready Set Brow from Benefit. It's just the clear gel. We already put the Maybelline Fiber Primer on it. And I just like to, again, pull it back out. Kind of like takes off any excess product on it. So I go ahead and take the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I'm going to go ahead and take our Smashbox Water Photo Primer and finish it off with this one. Now we let it sit. Okay. Yay! 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 Disclaimer, I do not use lip liner when I use liquid lipsticks. There is no need for that. All you're doing is putting more drawing product on your lip. I'm using the color Wicked from Lime Crime from their liquid lipstick line. And I'm going to be using Under Rage Red by Kat Von D. My lips are not asymmetrical, so this is also another hassle. I have Cracker Jack on my lip. The thing about using such bright reds is that one mess up and you literally have to like redo your entire mouth area. I'm going to go away with the Kat Von D Underage Red. And as you can see, it kind of has that like ombre effect. I really like the Underage Red. I feel like it's very flattering to anybody's teeth. It has kind of like, makes your teeth look alright. This is the finished product. I don't know how to end it.
Thanks for watching my first makeup tutorial.
Share the light. This is the finished product. I don't know exactly how it looks. Yeah, so it's the finished product. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment on the look, or if you have any other tips for me that you find useful. I am more than willing to hear those comments, read them, and yeah, thank you for watching. God play.